Hi, welcome to iCook. My name is Rachel,
And I'm Madison.
and today we're gonna cook lasagna.
We've already preheated our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we have already mixed together in this bowl 30 ounces of ricotta cheese, a cup of mozzarella cheese, fourth a cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of basil, and we mixed it well.
And then in this bowl, we have 26 ounces of spaghetti sauce and a cup of water and 1 pound of ground beef, and we mixed it well to make the meat sauce.
Now in this 9 by 13 inch pan, we are going to spread half a cup of meat sauce, which is this, a cup and a half of it. And then after this, we are going to place a third of the lasagna over the sauce, which is this, our oven ready lasagna. I'm going to get out. Okay. Make sure you spread the meat around the pan, the meat sauce.
So just like estimate. Doesn't have to be exact.
Here's our lasagna noodles.
Just
We're going to evenly layer. Alright.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And so, once we do that, we're gonna spread half of the cheese mixture over the lasagna.
Okay. Oh, half of it?
Half of it.
Okay. Okay. As I'm putting that on there, what are we going to do next?
Then after we spread half of the cheese mixture over the lasagna, we're going to top it with a third of the meat sauce.
Okay.
And then we're going to repeat the layering once.
Alright. Put this on here.
Might need a little more. Sometimes you might need a little bit more than half of it. But
Yeah.
the layering's
But if
usually
you
going to be pretty thin. So you
Yes,
want
it
to spread
is.
it out so it gets everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now I'm going to put in a third of the meat sauce
Yeah.
on top of this cheese mixture. Just kind of
And you'll
spread it
have
out
to
evenly.
estimate a third of
Just about like that, kind of spread it out. And you don't need to worry about getting like your measuring cups and everything dirty because it's just all going in something.
Yeah. You can just wash it easily afterwards. Okay.
So there's that.
Alright. And now we have to repeat this. So we are going to put on
So now we're going to put on more lasagna.
more lasagna.
About a third of it. So now we're going to put on another third of the lasagna.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And now we are going to put the rest of the cheese sauce on top of it. So go ahead and do that. And so we're just repeating what we did the first time, just layering the lasagna. This time you just put the rest of the cheese in. And then once she's done with that, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the meat sauce.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm only going to add half of what's left, because then once we're done doing this, we're going to top with the remaining lasagna noodles and add some meat sauce, and that should be the end of our layering.
Alright. I'm going to spread it around once again.
So the rest of the cooking will be even.
Which would not be well. Okay.
And then okay. So after she's done spreading that around, I'm going to put half of what's left of the meat sauce around on top. Okay. So
Okay.
now we're going to,
Once again, we're putting in half of the meat sauce that's left, not all.
and it doesn't have to be perfectly even,
Because you might not have enough to do a whole nother layer of the meat sauce.
you just want to get pretty much most of it covered, and you spread it around nice. And what we're doing now, so just spread it around. Now what we're going to do is we are going to layer it with the remaining lasagna,
Okay.
and we are going to sprinkle with the Parmesan that is left. With the Parmesan and the mozzarella. Both of them.
Both of them.
All the cheeses that you have left, you're just going to sprinkle.
Okay.
After we put the meat sauce on them.
Okay, so we're putting on the spaghetti noodles, which you might have to break to,
Fit perfectly.
yeah.
And then we're going to sprinkle with the remaining mozzarella and Parmesan cheese.
After we put on some meat sauce. Okay, I'll take these. Okay, now we have a clean counter.
Okay. Yeah. Spread it around like that.
That is much easier.
And then sprinkle it with the remaining cheese and the mozzarella and the Parmesan, which is going to be quite.
Okay, spread the cheese. Okay.
And then, once we're done with that, you want to wrap it tightly with 2 layers of foil. And then once we do that, it's ready to go into the oven for 60 minutes at 425 degrees. And you want to cook it for an hour until the lasagna is tender. Okay, so now we're going to put it in the oven for about an hour. Set the timer for an hour. And that's all you have to do, and then you just bake it, and then you eat.
Bon appetit.
Bye.